Probate is already stressful, but making the wrong move can drag it out, cost you money, or even land you in legal trouble. Today, I'm going to walk you through the biggest mistakes that we see families make during probate and how you can avoid every one of them. At Smith Barid, we've helped hundreds of families successfully navigate probate, and I'll tell you, most of the mistakes we see are completely preventable and avoidable with just a little guidance. I'm estate planning attorney Mike Smith with Smith Barid LLC, and I'm one half of the estate planning guys. Now, whether you're an executor, a family member, or just trying to help out, this video could save you a whole lot of time, money, and unnecessary stress. So let's dive into it. The first mistake that we see often is paying bills too early. So if you didn't catch our last video on how to tackle paying bills of a deceased loved one during a probate, you can check that video out. We go into more depth in that video, but here's the short version. Don't start paying bills right after someone passes away, because this is what nobody understands. Without court authorization, you could be spending money that the estate legally shouldn't be touching, or worse, your own money on debts that you're not responsible for. So stay tuned for the right steps to handle bills legally and safely. And if you want to dive more into that topic, check out our other video on that. The second mistake we see is distributing assets too soon. So here's a big one. Distributing money or personal items before probate is complete. You might think, well, it's just grandma's jewelry, or they needed that car to get to work. But if the estate hasn't been legally settled, you could be violating probate law, and that can make you personally responsible. So you'd regret not listening to what I'm about to say. Distributions before debts and taxes are handled can cause major problems. You could be personally liable to creditors or other heirs down the road. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We post videos about once a week to help you navigate probate and estate planning with confidence. The third mistake we see is ignoring deadlines. Probate is full of important deadlines: filing the will, notifying creditors, inventorying assets. Missing one of those deadlines can delay the entire process, or worse, result in some kind of penalties or personal liability for the executor or personal representative. So stay with me on this for just a minute. It's not about being perfect. It's about being informed, and a good checklist can make all the difference. Mistake number 4 is going it alone without help. I get it. Hiring a probate attorney, it feels like another expense, but this is one of those areas where doing it yourself can end up costing you more money in the long run. And oftentimes we find people hire us who've started the probate process and found that it's just all a little bit too much for them to undertake on their own. So they come in and hire us after they've started the probate process. My suggestion is just start with an attorney from the beginning. It's going to be faster. It's going to be easier for you. So I think it's a really good idea. Now, in many cases, attorneys actually can help speed up the probate process, avoid some unnecessary taxes perhaps, and even perhaps settle disputes before they start. So even a one-time consultation can give you the clarity you need to avoid missteps. So I think it's really important. Mistake number 5 is not keeping records. And I've seen this bite people numerous times. If you're the executor, you're going to be responsible for every dollar that comes in and every dollar that goes out of the estate. So this means that clear, organized records of everything, income, expenses, distributions, is really important. If a beneficiary ever questions your handling of things, your best defense is great documentation. Now, in some cases, executors have even been removed from their roles for simply not keeping adequate records. The court looks at that as a very serious thing, so you should too. Now, if you're navigating probate right now, or you expect to soon, head to our free resources page. There's a link down below, and we've got some tools and checklists to guide you step by step, and they're all free. The link's in the description, like I said. So let's recap what not to do during a probate. Don't pay bills too early. Don't distribute assets before it's time. Don't miss important deadlines. Don't go it alone if you're unsure. And don't forget to keep excellent records. You want to know the top reason that families end up in probate court to begin with? Watch our next video, Why Avoiding Probate is Easier Than You Think. You'll be glad you did.